Thank you so much for coming on, King Junior.
No problem.
You're a brilliant fighter, and we really have been excited to come and meet you in person and hear more about your journey.
Thank you.
My name's Wesley Gunman Graham. I run a chat show, a boxing chat show. This is the fastest growing boxing chat show on Instagram. So welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is for great fighters like yourself to come on and share and communicate with the fight fans.
Okay. Bet.
For anyone who does not know this man, he is a highly rated junior USA prospect, one of the finest fighters to come out of the US, an amateur sensation that is being touted highly as being the next Mayweather. How does that sit with you, being touted as the next Mayweather? How are you coping with that?
I think about it every day. I try to push myself in every workout so I can keep that title.
Yeah. So do you feel pressure?
No, not really. It feels normal. Like I try to make it feel normal as possible.
You try to make it like a...
I try to make it feel normal as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's exceptional. What Floyd's done, he's not lost.
Yeah.
So for the fight fans, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? For the guys that don't know you this side of the pond, I'm sitting here in London. You're sitting there in Texas. For the guys that don't know you so well, how old are you, and what is your fight record at the moment?
I'm King Junior. I'm 12 years old. I'm 13 years old, about to be 14. I've been boxing for 11 years now, and my record is what? What's my record like? 11-4.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like 11-4. I don't really keep up with it that much.
Mate, you've been boxing 11 years?
Yep.
And you're 13?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh, that fills my heart with joy to hear stuff like that. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, well, there's a saying here in London that records are for DJs, and it doesn't matter if you lose. But in America, there's a lot of focus, and in boxing, there's a lot of focus on the O. Do you see it like that when you lose, or do you see it as learning?
No, it's frustrating for sure, but I see it as a learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely. And how would you describe your style to someone who's never seen you fight before? How would you describe yourself?
I got that like slick, laid back style, and I can pressure whenever I want to type style. Slick, sharp.
Yeah. Is there a fighter that you've molded your style upon?
I take stuff from Shakur, Boots, Javante. That's really the three that I take from.
Yeah.
Like I watch them fight, and I'd be like, oh, I could do that, and I could do this.
Yeah. Well, I love everything you do. Well, I've been watching you from across the pond from afar, and I love everything that you do. And I really can see that you've got that American style, a little bit of Philly shell, flick jab. That's American style. Whereas us Europeans are a little bit more upright and don't quite have the movement and the sharpshooting of the Yanks. Well, I must say one thing though, is that American boxing hasn't been at its highest recently. I think that's fair to say. Like, you used to dominate, across heavyweights with Tyson and, some big fighters across all the divisions. Are you seeing it that you need to now sort of bring America back onto the map?
Yeah, because you got to make fights for people to like fights now. You gotta do all type of stuff. Like this one, I seen that one dude. See the one dude that fight like Prince.
Yeah.
Like everybody loves him, so you gotta get your audience and see what your audience like.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of storm over here in London about influencer boxing. Someone with a blue tick and loads of followers just going straight to main event, and there's loads of good amateur fighters like not getting the recognition.
Yeah,
but the answer is exactly what you just said. You've got to showboat. You've got to call people out. You've got to bring that X factor. You can't moan that someone's making more money than you or getting to the top events if you're just sitting there hoping it's going to land on your lap, right?
No, facts.
Absolutely. So what English fighters do you like? What fighters do you like from the UK? Are there any?
Probably Anthony Joshua. That's the only one I know.
Really? What about? Do you know Chris Eubank Jr.?
Nope.
Conor Ben?
I know Conor Ben. Yeah, I know Conor Ben.
Do you rate him or not really?
You say it again?
Do you rate him?
Do I rate him?
Yeah. Do you think he's good?
Nah, I don't really watch him that much, but what I've seen, he's all right.
Yeah. So only Joshua you know and thinks okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyson Fury. You like Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury, he's all right.
Is he from the UK?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he is actually. Yeah. Who is that speaking? Is that your father?
Yeah.
Hey,
Father.
bring him in quickly. I just want to say hello. Hey, hiya. Hey,
What's
hello.
going on? How you
you?
doing? I'm good.
I just wanted to say hello to you as well. Massive respect, and thank you for your son coming on.
Absolutely. Anytime, man. He the champ. I used to have to sit around him when he's doing interviews. Now he just do his own thing, and he's talking, and he's articulating, he's growing, so he's charismatic. Yeah.
So you're King Senior.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, my name's Gunman, Wesley Gunman Graham.
Yes, sir.
I'm called the Gunman, not because I own loads of guns or anything. I lived in a leafy part. I was a black kid living in a leafy part of London, and I needed a badass name when I was fighting.
Oh, okay. Go get Adriana. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, would you say this is for a question for Junior, and I'd love to speak with both of you because I love the sort of father-son dynamic.
Okay.
But question for you, Junior. Junior, would you say that you were born to fight, or are you learning to fight?
I was born to fight. I literally, like I said, I was boxing for 11 years, so I started at I literally picked the gloves on at 2 years old, doing combos.
Yeah,
at like 3.
Really.
Literally.
And was that your dad that sort of pushed you onto the pads?
Yeah, I don't even know how my brain could comprehend how I was remembering combos. I don't even know how.
So King Senior, what made you just think? Did you want your son to be a fighter from day one, King Senior?
Sorry.
Did you want your son to be a fighter from day one?
Okay. So the answer to that question is a little complex. So I wouldn't say I want him to be a fighter, but I did want him to be a warrior and a protector.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, we have women playing the roles of men and men playing the roles of women. So, to each his own. If that's what they want to do, okay. But, as for me and my house, what I wanted my sons to be warriors.
Yeah.
And whatever they picked based off of that, then okay.
Yeah.
I didn't care. He could have been a janitor. We would have made him the best janitor in the world.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. We've got a few fans asking, why is he not going in the big tournaments? Why has he not gone to the nationals?
He's the national champion. 2021.
2021, yeah. Why has he not gone since?
The reason he hasn't gone is because number one is this. So if you look at any great fighter, we have some that have been to nationals, and you have others that have not been to nationals. A lot of them, such as Jerron Boots Ennis. He hasn't been to a lot of nationals.
Yeah.
He went to a lot of tournaments. We went to some tournaments and he did his thing. But I'm gonna say this: we don't follow the first answer is this: we don't follow the mainstream way of boxing. He's not a normal boxer. He's not regular.
No.
Right? So he fights like somebody with 200 fights. So why not sit back and mold him the best that I can and just slow walk him? And most of these people that you see with 200, 300, 400 fights, they're tired, they're burnt out. And then you get people that are when the time they get to the money, now it's like, oh God, So I have a strategic way of doing things. Number one, number two, he fractured his shoulder. So honestly, to be honest with you, every tournament moving forward, he'll be at everyone.
Yeah. That's interesting. King Junior, how hard do you spar? Do you spar like 100 every session?
Yeah, so like literally, like even if it's with like a random kid, I spar like my dad make me do like 10 rounds. Like even if I have to get out and get back in, I do 10. Especially when I spar my people, I spar like 12, 15. I did 24 one time too.
Brilliant. That's unbelievable. We've got a fan saying to King Senior, you've done a remarkable job with your son. King Senior.
Right?
Someone,
So,
one of the fans is saying you're doing a remarkable job with your
so
son.
let me say something to that real quick. All praises be unto the Creator, because I know a lot of people say. I know a lot of people hear me say all praises. I want to show all praises be to the Creator, because I could sit here and I could take a lot of credit for this young man right here. But let's be honest, the Creator did this. He blessed him with this talent. I was the one that helped mold him. However, the Creator put this young man in my hands. My first son, my first child. So with that said, thank you, and all praises be unto the Most High God.
Senior, is there a history of fighters? Is there a history of fighters in your family, or has your son just come along and broke the trend?
Funny, right? So we have fighters on both sides of my family and both sides of his family. Both sides of his family and both sides of my family. For an example, his mother's father was a fighter. My father was a fighter, a street fighter. My mother's father was an actual boxer, and my father's cousin was a boxer. So, and they were all very good boxers and fighters, and as well as me, I was a fighter as well. Yeah. I started in Taekwondo and then moved over to boxing.
Right.
It was like
lovely. Yeah. Oh, lovely. So that's good. So he spars hard he's saying he spars hard all the time. Because there's a saying here in London, we see a lot of fighters lose their longevity, like warring in the gym. How do you feel about that, Senior? About your son, like warring in the gym and maybe like in the longer run it not doing him so good?
Yeah, so to each his own, number one. Everybody is different. Yeah. So let me say something. And I probably will be giving out a lot of game, but here you go.
No, you speak as freely as you want. I'm sure. Just glad to hear it.
Absolutely. So this is my main thing. Okay. My son. Okay. So we know for a fact what we want to do in life. Yeah. We like to say, "Ain't no plan B." So this is what we live. So the moment that you go off track, everything else falls. It messes up. The moment you derail, you're literally messing up a lot of things, right? So this young man has a mindset already that he wants to make sure that his children is rich, and they live on his legacy as well as mine. Yeah. So it's not just about going in and getting burnt out. I'm going to, and the discipline is one thing. I'm speaking on the burnt out part, the burnt out piece. Yeah. We're not thinking about the burnt out piece. Some people, it's natural for you to get burnt out, but when you live for it, you heard what the young man said. When you live for it, when you actually were born for this thing. Yeah. I don't see us getting burnt out because this is what we do. And then also, he get a lot of playtime. He get a lot of free time. He hasn't been in the gym in I don't know how long. Yeah. Yeah.
Junior, do you spar a lot of adults?
From time to time, like I just sparred a adult in my camp.
Yeah, Shakur.
Oh yeah, I spar with Shakur sometimes, and I spar with an adult in my camp. His name's Aurel.
Yeah. Spence Junior's also from where you are, as well, isn't he?
Yep.
Have you sparred with him?
No, not yet.
Yeah. But mainly Boots and Shakur. You have a little move around with those guys.
No, I've been in the gym with Boots, but I didn't spar with him.
Quality. Yeah, he's a quality operator. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you I want to ask you a couple of quick fire questions. Ideally, try and give me one word answers, right? Just go with your gut, right. Okay? Go with your gut. We're gonna have a bit of fun here, okay? Yep. All right. Who's your hardest sparring partner?
Me.
You?
Yep.
Your hardest sparring partner?
Yep. If I ever have a bad day, it's because I'm in my mind or something. I'm beating myself up.
I like the answer. That's clever. That's a good answer. Have you ever been dropped?
No.
I'm just watching just to see if he's flinched. Okay. What's the worst part of your training? What do you hate the most?
Running.
I knew he was going to say that. Who likes running?
Like
no one likes hills.
From time to time, I'll be like, from time when I'm like locked in, I can run all day, but sometimes I'll be like, dang, I gotta run. I get on treadmill.
Yeah. What about hill sprints? Oh my goodness.
No, them is different.
No. Yeah, that's disgusting. No, if anyone tells me they like hill sprinting, then they need to have a serious word with themselves.
Facts.
Favorite punch?
Right hand. No jab.
You only say that because your dad's sitting there.
No, jab.
No one says a jab. You see that, Senior? You've got him well trained.
A wise man once said, you know, a right hand to take you around the corner, but a jab to take you around the world.
I know, but if you wasn't here, he would have said, "Oh, I love a corkscrew uppercut" or something like that. You're well trained. I love that. I absolutely love that. One first round knockout or a 12-round boxing masterclass? What do you prefer?
I'm like starting off my career, first round or knockout. But if I'm like fighting for the championship, I want to go 12 rounds.
Yeah, 12-round masterclass is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
it makes me feel like
not touch, just completely play with the guy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So you're gonna go for the masterclass.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. Okay, what's your hardest fight been so far?
I haven't had a hardest fight yet.
What's the hardest fight so far?
I don't have any. I wouldn't say they're hard. Like how can I put this? I would say like I had like I didn't do my best in fights, but I never had like a hard fight. Like I can't like do nothing.
Yeah. Got a fan here asking, his name is Ludo, very good amateur fighter in London. He's asking, how many times a week do you run?
I run almost every workout.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Unless we doing like technical stuff.
Yeah, Ludo Boxing again is, as I said, a really good amateur fighter in London. He's asking, do you do 5Ks, 10Ks, or more sprints?
I do miles. I do either 3 or 4 miles, and then if I do sprints, I do like 10.
Lovely.
But I don't do sprints often though. I really run miles.
Yeah. Okay, so hardest fight, you can't answer that one.
Nope.
All right. Someone, Kay Meyer, is asking, what do you weigh? Kay Meyer. Pardon?
114.
114. What's that in kg?
I don't know.
We're kgs here.
About 70, about 72 kg, 73. Something
what like so that'd be what middleweight?
No, so 114. That's 70.
Less than that.
Yeah, that's wait. No. Wait.
So
let me see.
You're talking pounds, aren't you? You're talking pounds.
No. I got you right here. I'm sorry. I said 114. I apologize. About 57 kg.
57. I was going to say. I was saying a bit heavy for 57. Okay, right.
So what's 57? Yeah. What's 57? That's
57 kg.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Yeah, you have to look up. That's like it's a bit lighter than a lightweight. A lightweight's about 60, I think. Here
you go.
51. Is that 51? It's the wrong way round for me.
Yeah, 51.
51. Oh, blooming hell, that's really light. What do you expect? What weight do you expect to fill out to? I know it's a very hard question to say, but where do you think? Like, I might be one for Senior this, but like, where do you think he's going to sort of end up plying his trade?
Realistically, like probably like 160. I don't want to be that. I want to be like 140, but realistically, if I'm being very realistic, 160.
Yeah. Who is your favorite current fighter currently at the moment?
I got multiple.
You're only allowed to say one, though. That's put him under pressure, Senior.
Yeah.
He's under pressure now because he's thinking, shall I say Shakur? Shall I say boots?
No.
Well, that's one thing about my children. They will not lie. They will not lie.
So come on then, Junior. Which one are you going for?
Shakur.
Shakur. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can argue with that. I don't think anyone can argue with that. He's a lovely fighter. He's really well respected on these sides of the shore. All right then, slick footwork or slick head movement?
Slick head movement.
Yeah.
I don't gotta go nowhere.
Huh?
I don't gotta go nowhere if I got head movement.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. All right then. Now this is the last one, right? But your dad's listening, so you got to remember this.
Okay.
Right? World title or Saudi money. And I'm talking Saudi money is 100 milli.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
World title. What? 100 million? That's gonna change my. That's like unbelievable.
Yeah, what are you going for? Saudi money or world title?
Might be able to make 100 million.
I mean, if you ask me, I'm going Saudi money.
Yeah, listen. What are you going for, Sydney? Saudi money? Yeah.
Like the last fight of my career.
Yeah, well,
like the last fight of my career.
Yeah, well, you're a prize fighter, aren't you? So you got to win the prizes, Junior. So
I'm going Saudi money.
Yeah, Saudi money, innit? 100 mil.
100 mil.
Imagine you win a world title and they strip it off you anyway.
Yeah. But because I was gonna say Floyd made. Say it again.
You'd be livid if you won a world title and they strip it off you anyway.
Yeah.
And you didn't take the Saudi money.
Because Floyd he made close to 100 million, but you still gotta pay your coaches, you gotta pay all the people. So you go Saudi money.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your plans moving forward then? So how many times can the fans expect to see you out this year then, Junior?
How much fights? How much fights out?
How many fights are you gonna have this year?
We're gonna try to fight. We're gonna try to, like my dad just said, we're gonna try to fight a lot so we can get to all the nationals and stuff. My shoulder still gotta heal though. Yeah, so
it's still bad. You're completely out, are you?
I'm not completely out. I'm doing like technical work. I could throw a couple jabs, but after that, I gotta chill.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, what you reckon you can maybe sort of get, like 10 fights in this year?
Hopefully, that's a job.
Yeah. And I know turning pro seems a long way away, which is crazy. But is that something that you're going to look to do in your teens?
Yes, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
If everything comes together, we're going to be able to.
Yeah, that is absolutely amazing. That'd be brilliant. That'd be absolutely brilliant. I'm honestly going to really be rooting for you because, most importantly, you're a really well-grounded guy. It's difficult when the pressure you've got, and I think your father understands it. You've got people labeling you the next Mayweather, people talking about Shakur Stevenson saying you're the guy that's going to take over. And you're still so young. And, a lot of kids are coming into your sort of 13, 14, 15. You start then with winning fights. Unfortunately, comes money, comes women, comes booze, comes parties. And, I hope you can stay clear of all of that.
For sure.
I really do. How do you feel... How do you feel about having to sacrifice your teenage completely to make it where you want to go?
I think my dad handles it well. Like he lets me. I can have fun while being in the gym. I can take a break. I can take a break. Like I'm in Florida right now, but it's only for 2 days. Like I could take a 2-day break. I'm in Florida right now.
Yeah.
And I can go back home and get straight to working. So I think my dad balanced it well.
How strict are you? Like, can you eat cake? And how strict are you on the whole lifestyle, or is lifestyle a camp? Is camp your life?
It's literally whatever my dad wants to do. Like literally, like we can be one day I can be eating something, the next day I go on a 2-day fast. Like the other day, yesterday I just fasted.
Did you?
Yep.
And, so you still have to cut weight then?
I don't necessarily
It's a lifestyle.
like it's like a lifestyle. Like it's not like I necessarily don't cut it all the way off. Like
so you're not cutting to lose the weight, you're just cutting to stay trim. Yeah. Get you. That's absolutely fantastic. Listen, I can't wait to follow your journey. I think all the fans here, when I announced that you were coming on, honestly, you should have seen my inbox was just buzzing. It was blowing up like, oh, this is brilliant that this kid's coming on. You know, there was a lot of excitement that you were coming to join us, and I'm really grateful that you can spend a little bit of time with the fight fans. That already says to me that, you know, you're a brilliant little kid, because a lot of people don't want to spend time with the fans, and us fans will get you where you need to be. You know, if there's no fans, there's no money, there's no entertainment, there's nothing. So thank you so much for spending time with us, and it's really great that your dad could pop on as well, because I was keen to meet him as well. So that was absolutely brilliant. Do you have a message for any other fighters around your weight that are out there?
Stay focused, stay in the gym. I'm gonna always say this. This is the two things I'm gonna always say. Stay focused and stay in the gym. No distractions.
Yeah. And what do you think about showboating?
Showboat, not in the amateurs. You can do it. You can have fun in sparring and sparring, like and stuff like that, but not in the amateurs. Amateurs, they make you lose a fight if you show up.
Junior, we've got a guy over here called Ben Whitaker. You may not have heard of him, but you soon will. He's a showboater like ridiculous. I'm going to send you. I'm going to DM you.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a show. I was going to say I'll DM you a little clip of him. But yeah, he's like showboating like mad. Loads of people here in England. Oh no, it's terrible. Now listen, I think it's brilliant. You know, you know what I mean. I want to see some entertainment. Entertain me.
That's what I was about to say. That he got like when the if you watch the fight, when the ref told him to stop showboating, the fans like boo.
Yeah.
So the fans like that. He got that audience that like him showboating.
Yeah.
Some people might not have that audience that like other people showboating though.
Well, exactly. And Junior, the fact that you know who he is, that says it all. The fact that you've seen it and you know who we're talking about, that says it all. You know, that's how you get your stock. You know, that's how you get to the box office, and that's how you you build your fan base. Apparently he went viral, and he got 1 million. He's got like 1 million followers now, like in a number of days because of his showboating. So I'm all for it. Entertain the fans, entertain the people. You know, and it's it's a great thing. But you're not really a showboater yourself.
No, not right now.
All business.
In sparring I will, but like not in fights.
Nah. Dad, what do you think about that? Should we get him showboating a bit more?
You know, it's called showmanship. Showmanship sells fights. Showmanship and sportsmanship. So, look at Prince Nassim. Look at Emmanuel Augustus. Look at what was it was another one, man. Jesus, back in the day, man, he had the mullet, and these guys sold tickets.
Yeah, Chris Eubanks Senior.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, just all posing and all the rest of it. It sells tickets. Yeah.
So it's good. There's nothing wrong with showmanship. We always say that boxing is about to leave. A lot of people say that boxing is a dying sport. So why not use showmanship to, build boxing back up? So I like it. I have no problem with showmanship. Just don't allow showmanship to take you beyond what you. For an example, if you show out more than you work out, something is wrong. You're done.
Yeah. So I've got two. I've got three more questions. Questions.
Take your time.
Thank you. I was going to say, would you ever do bare-knuckle boxing?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
That's gonna mess up my face. Like they face after they get done fighting, they face after the fight is insane. Like
yeah, I would never do that. But I think your dad can hear me anyway. But
Yes,
we're seeing the likes of like Austin Trout now going into bare-knuckle boxing. I don't know if you've just heard Rigondo Senior has just gone into bare-knuckle boxing. So guys are getting put down by jabs in bare-knuckle boxing. The damage that you get. But it's funny, whenever you ask a boxer, would you do bare-knuckle? Most of them say absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yet we shadow box with our hands without gloves on. We've got faster hands without our gloves on. If someone was talking bad to our missus in the pub, you'd fight with no gloves on. But you wouldn't train and get in a ring and fight with your hands off, would you? It's strange, isn't it?
I wouldn't do UFC either. I can't
You
get
wouldn't?
kicked in the face.
Nah, I'm with you there, Junior. Getting kicked that's not a funny business. That's not what you need, mate. That's not what you need. Just concentrate on the two limbs. Oh, mate. So yeah, no. And then last, I was just going to say, have you got a message for your fans, for your fan base?
My message is I appreciate. My message is I appreciate everybody that followed me, everybody that been on a journey since I was at Cleveland, since I used to do these lives. I used to go live all the time. So I want to say thank you for everybody. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. Literally, literally.
Yeah.
I'd be great, but I literally wouldn't be the place that I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely superb. I'm just looking through to see if there's any questions. But yeah, as I said, anyone who's not following this kid, make sure that you're following him. Anyone who's not following me, make sure you're following me. I've got loads more great interviews coming up. Let's support each other in this fight game. It's a hard enough game as it is. My channel is to help fighters get recognition, give them a communication line to the fight fans, to help build their fights and profiles. So let's follow each other, follow me, follow King Junior. Let's track his journey. And, he knows that I'm always here to support. Anytime you want to jump on the show, you're more than welcome. It's been absolutely wonderful meeting you, both of you.
Thank you.
You too. Nell City, my girl Nell City my girl Nell from New York City, she in there. What's up, Nell?
Yeah, we got someone saying, who's your favourite amateur fighter, King?
Probably Zay or Manny.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you heard him? Did you hear him?
What did you say?
Probably Zay or Manny.
Say Quinn Moses and Manny, Chance.
Oh, that's some decent operators there.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They're amazing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's quality. And who would you say? So you're saying like Shakur is your favourite fighter, but who's your favourite fighter of all time? Like all time. That's a tough one, isn't it?
Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's nice.
Sugar Ray Robinson was good.
That's nice, though, isn't it?
Floyd just the GOAT. Floyd just the GOAT.
And then what about Jake Paul? My last question is just about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. I know what your dad's going to say. He's going to be thinking the same as me. So I'll let you answer this. How do you feel about Jake Paul signing to fight Mike Tyson this week?
I feel like it's going to be scripted. And the only reason I feel like it's going to be scripted is because they fighting on Netflix. And Jake Paul's already signed with the Zone, so I don't know why they fighting on Netflix.
Yeah. Senior, I've got to bring you in here. Mm-hmm. Isn't it sad to see like Iron Mike on the Jake Paul payroll?
Everybody that came in late, Muhammad, Evander, James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, all the ones that came in late past their prime or past their down slide they got hurt. So I don't necessarily think that he'll get too hurt because I think they're fighting in headgear, and I believe it's not a sanctioned bout. I think it's like an exhibition or something like that. So yeah, that's the only thing. So it's not like sanctioned.
Yeah, but is he already signing up just to lose and get paid? He is, isn't he?
I think Mike Tyson is a real competitor. If you ask me at 55, intellect will come in, but the heart and the dog in me would want to. Intellect suggests if Mike Tyson's intellect and his management team is suggesting that he's too old because look, he put no headgear. Again, it's an exhibition. It's not like a real fight. So that's intellect. So it's not just about the money there. He's obviously thinking about it. But I think that he's a dog. I think he wants to fight.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest, though, right, Senior? Let's be honest. 20 plus years ago, he was getting beaten up by Brian McBride. He's not going to get any better. Well, yeah, and posting a few vids on the pads that don't hit back.
Well, he don't. He lost a lot of heart.
Yeah,
and he lost a lot of wants. That's why he lost. He didn't lose because those people were better than him. He lost because he was smoking. He was doing crazy stuff. He lost himself.
He was on drugs. And he had no heart to fight. He was just in there for the money.
Yeah. So I don't know. All I do know is this, and you can mark my words here. All right, I don't have a greatest of all time anymore because I'm trying to make this man the greatest of all time. The reason I say that is because if we look at Floyd Mayweather, who a lot of people call the greatest of all time, he is not the best. He was not the best at walking down. He did not have the best inside defense and offense. So with that said, I want to make the best all-around fighter with the help. Well, I'm gonna help the creator. So with that said, this is the one. This is gonna be my greatest of all time. It's gonna be my GOAT right here.
At what point will you have to say, I need to hand my son over to one of the world-class coaches, e.g., Freddie Rhodes, e.g., Virgil Hunter? But what point will you have to do that, or will you never do that?
What you think, King? I'm gonna let King say something real quick. So let me say this. This is not an easy subject, right? Because let me say this. I'll say it like this.
Mr. Senior, let me just say quickly, the whole point of why this show is the Gunman Show, because we have no safety catch, we have no silencer. I'm here to ask these difficult questions.
Okay. Well, since it's like that, since that's what the platform we're on, I'm gonna say this.
Speak freely.
Okay. You guys call them people greats. I don't call them those coaches greats. A lot of coaches that are greats are dead. I can name 3 right now.
Emmanuel.
So, with that said, I don't call those people greats. The reason I say that is this. If you're so great, make another fighter the same way you made that fighter. You get what I'm saying? Like all these people
they have coached multiple world champions, haven't they? Like, if you look
but did they create them? Did they create them? Did they create them? So you call them guys great. So I don't call them great because, like I said, if you've made a great fighter, not took them and made them better, if you've created from the ground up a great fighter, and you want to call yourself a great coach, do it twice. And if you do it twice, do it 3 times.
Yeah.
You can't name me a coach alive that you guys call great that has done that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that said, me personally, I'm not going to hand my son over to anybody. If I have to, I will. But I don't believe that most of these coaches have anything over
not for anything else,
No.
And listen, in boxing, we've seen some incredible father-son partnerships, like with the Lopez's now, the Haneys. I mean, the list goes on. Lomachenko's. I'm going to do injustice and misload out, but there's loads of brilliant father-son partnerships. And I asked a pro here the other day on this show. I said, about his father being. He said, "Listen, boxing's a lonely sport, but it's not lonely when your dad's with you," and that's so true. You'll tell him he won't have a yes man in you. You'll tell him, right, that's crap. I won't swear, sorry. You'll tell him how it is. You'll tell him how it is. And
100%.
if you've got a yes man around him,
100%. I tell him how it is now, and I will forever tell him how it is. And one thing I will say, who said it the best? I forgot who said it, but I'll repeat it. But someone else did say, I didn't come up with this. Michael Jackson got told what to do since birth. Who else? Floyd Mayweather got told what to do from birth. Zab Judah got told what to do from birth. The twins, the tennis twins, the Williams sisters got told what to do since birth, and they became great. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to always tell him what to do and show him and guide him the best way. I'm not going to be his brain. I'm going to allow him to make his own decision. But ultimately, we've been here before, so we see what's going on, and we know what route to go. So I'm always telling him what's going on, and I'm always let him know, like, nah, bro, we're going to do it like this, or what do you suggest? If what you suggest is better, we'll do it like that.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, I'm on his behind,
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. So refreshing to hear. Thank you, Senior, for jumping on. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
Junior, you're absolutely brilliant. You are. You're a superstar in mind and body. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. I really hope that you can spend the time and come on again. Before some of your big fights, it'd be great to stay in touch with you and have you on again. But listen, I'll let you guys go and enjoy yourselves. I think it's like 5 o'clock where you are. It's like 10 o'clock here now. I need to go to bed. No, I'm only joking. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck. Start that takeover, and I'm definitely going to, if I'm near any of your fights, I will be there.
All right, bet.
Done.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Love and respect.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Yes,
Thank you.
Peace.